What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am out here on Possum Kingdom. So I've told you all the last couple days that we're gonna meet up with Jamie Koza from the Dugout and do some LiveScope stuff. We talked and decided that this lake is probably not the best to do that because the wind's gonna pick up and be really, really bad today. And the audio might not be very good and it might be a little more difficult to LiveScope than we thought. So we're gonna plan something when I go back to Georgia. We're gonna go out and do like an on the water LiveScope tutorial specific thing for the kayak and do that instead. But I decided to take you guys along with me for practice because I'm gonna do some cool things, I think. And this lake is a lot of fun. This Bassmaster tournament's got 129 people, and I wanna break this water down with y'all and kind of show y'all how I'm approaching this lake. So first of all, this lake is pretty dang clear. It's a typical like hill country Texas lake. So it's a little bit, it can get a little wild. So I got a lot of baits from Savage Gear. I got these Shine Glide baits. I'm gonna be throwing, you can see I've got it on a flipping stick. That's like the only swim bait rod I have for bass, but it'll work. It's rated for 2.5 ounces, 3 ounces, I think. So anyway, I'm gonna throw a glide bait around. I've literally never caught a largemouth bass on a glide. I've caught dozens of muskies on glide baits, but I can't get that to translate to bass fishing. This is a pretty good lake for that. It's one of those things you're not fishing for a lot of bites, but they eat it here. So we're gonna do that a little bit today. We're gonna try to figure out something for the tournament and take you guys along with us. So I've been getting out of the water a little bit later than I've wanted to, unfortunately, but it's 9:30 and we've got plenty of time to figure something out, you guys. We're gonna go do that. So I saw these big boulders, and you're gonna see here in a second when I pan this, there's just fish hanging right there. Look at all those fish just hanging right off the top of them. A bunch of them. 35 feet. A whole school of them right there. It's off the big boulders. Those have gotta be bass. Yep. Freaking knew it. That's a giant. Saw him on the scope. Oh, do I have him? You betcha do. All right, Diggy, these are all babies. Bunch of little baby fish. Those are scope fish, though. We're getting better at this. Again, I don't feel like I'm super dialed on it, but I know enough to be somewhat effective. You can't? Here, let me look at yours. Come here. Look at mine. Like I got it out to 90 feet. Now, so if you're fishing shallower, you want to angle it up just a tiny bit so you can see it when it hits the water, you know? So like do it again. So like, you know, I always look, sometimes that'll twist. So your transducer right now is pointing like, I would take that and just, your transducer is going like just barely off to the side of this. Yeah, that should pick it up. That's right in line with it. There it is, see it? Right there. Yep, that's it. Yeah! You got it! Okay, so mid-morning update. Ran into a buddy on the water, kind of helped him get his LiveScope dialed. Again, I don't feel like I know a ton of, you know, I'm not an expert on LiveScope, but I do know enough about, you know, the settings and how to utilize it and, you know, things that are gonna help you be more effective. I know enough to be a little deadly with it. So that's cool, caught a few fish on it. So probably gonna go to this next little section on the lake. There's a bunch of these main lake points that look really, really juicy. They've got channel swings that butt up against them. We're gonna go LiveScope around there a little bit, throw a shaky head around and see if we can't keep building on this pattern here. Threw a Nico rig down there in these deep trees, seen a lot of fish on the tops of them. For the heck of it, I'm gonna try this big Savage Gear trout. I love the action of this thing. I have no confidence fishing swim baits for bass. It's not my thing. I'll do it for musky all day, but I can't get that to translate for bass. But this thing is an incredible action. I'm just gonna, and I'm sure it'll show up like a dang bowling ball on LiveScope, which is cool for me. So we're gonna just try, we're gonna try this. Just see. Oh, one's following it. And it went right back down. Huh. Well, that was kind of cool. First follow, first cast. LiveScope those, they were just in this, a bunch of chunk rock down there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's my first glide-bait fish. Ah. Woo. That is my first ever glide bait bass. That is awesome. Oh my gosh, I finally got one. All right, guys, that was my first ever glide bait fish. Pretty dang cool. Okay, guys, caught my very first glide bait fish. That was awesome. I'm gonna put that down though, and I want to go run some of my waypoints that my best waypoints that I found yesterday, just to check them, just to grab them. Don't really want to catch anything. There was a guy sitting on one of them this morning, and that same guy is still here sitting on another one of them with another kayak. So I'm not really sure if they've just been sitting on these waypoints all day long. These are just a series of brush piles off of a couple of main lake points out here. I caught some pretty big fish out of them. I just want to graph it, see what it looks like. Might make a cast or two and try to shake one off, but these guys are on my best spot right now, so I'll go to my second set of brush piles and just kind of see what it looks like down there. All right, so there's one of the brush piles right there. Scan around real quick. Definitely some bass still in that brush pile, kind of around the brush pile. I might make just one or two casts, see if I can just get bit, shake it off. On my second waypoint. Yikes, definitely could not shake that one off. He just would not let go. That was like a 5-pounder right there. Definitely think those guys saw me catch that, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's gonna be one of those deals where a lot of people are gonna be trying to fish the same stuff on this lake. These brush piles are pretty obvious when you scan these points, so that's okay. No big. I got a lot of other stuff. You too, Richie. Yeah.
You're that famous social media guy, aren't you?
Hey! I gotta give you 2 hugs. One for me, one for Mana. It's good to see you. Look at you swim bait. 3 swim baits.
My favorite. You see there ain't no paint left on that little one, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
This week.
They've been crushing it, huh?
I love a big bite bait.
Yeah. That's freaking awesome. I got my first one on my glide. I couldn't believe it. So when you work a glide, how are you doing it? Do you just stagger the reel, or do you actually like?
So it just depends.
Yeah.
A lot of people will pop it. It's called chopping.
Yeah.
It's like a pump. It's not a pump.
Yeah.
You're actually pulling the glide each time you pop it. That's what a lot of people do. That Chad shed.
Yeah. From Bull Shed.
Yeah, they're nice. About $160 a piece.
Yeah. See, I'm not doing that, Matthew. Like, listen, I'll spin it on musky baits. I ain't doing that for.
I don't even want to know how much I got in this box right here.
I don't either.
That sucker right there, and those are just my little ones. But those 316s are like $180 a piece.
No, you can keep that. I'll spin that on musky baits because I know I won't lose them. What is that one?
It's a Tiny Tum by Dope As Baits.
You've gotta love swim bait culture.
Oh yeah. But it's a crank down, so that runs 6 to 7 feet. You want some of these waters to take the Jeep?
Maybe grab me one.
We're headed back to the ramp.
Then yes, please. Grab me 2 of them. He should be fine with that. Thanks, Matthew.
They're not freezing cold.
Nope, that's perfect.
Got 'em.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, man.
All right, bye, Matthew.
See you later.
it's not. That's a striper.
Got him?
Yep. These are striper right here. Well, maybe not. I think they're striper. Yeah, it's got to be a striper. There's blowing up right here.
Big one?
No, it's a little baby one. All 3 treble hooks are buried up in this fish. This is kind of scary. Okay guys, got off the water, rigging up for tomorrow. Check out this super cute puppy that's at our Airbnb. Got a lot of burrs. We're trying to figure out a way to get all these burrs out of him. He's so sweet. Anyway, so I've got a little bit of a dilemma. I had a really good practice day yesterday and a good practice day today. Today there was a kayaker sitting on that spot. I think there's gonna be a lot of kayakers there. Yesterday, what are you hiding from me? Deeke's not sharing any secrets on this one. Anyway, so I'm not sure what to do. I got 2 good starting spots that are 5.5 miles apart. Not sure. One of them's a brush pile. The other one's a point where I feel like that this rocky point they're going to be on in the morning. The brush pile, I'm not sure that they'll turn on right away, but I don't know, y'all. It's a tricky decision. So anyway, I'll show you what we got rigged up, what I think we're gonna go with. I've got 3 different shaky heads tied on. I got one on a spinning rod, got one on a bait caster, got the Magnum hit worm from Berkeley. I love this shaky head worm. They've been smashing it. Got a cane walker. We've got a big worm on a shaky head. We've got the Berkeley gilly over here. Got a jerk bait. We've got a Carolina rig. We've got another shaky head right here. And then we got a wacky general. And we are gonna also throw that Savage Gear Shine Glide as well. Maybe if I'm feeling a little funky tomorrow. So got rigged up. That's kind of what we're gonna go with. I really feel like the shaky head is gonna be my big deal tomorrow. Shaky head, maybe the Carolina rig as well. Hopefully some top water. I hadn't made it out early one time this whole week to practice because just haven't. But we'll see what's going on. I'm gonna have to sleep on it and decide tomorrow morning where I'm gonna start, how it's gonna go, but we'll take you guys along, hopefully catch some big fish and have a good time. So I'm gonna put everything away, go get some sleep, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning.